Mental noting meditation. The intention of this meditation is to open up to the moment as a whole, mentally noting phenomenon without trying to control the present moment experience. The practice is not about trying to have any particular experience, a focused mind, a relaxed body, or a quiet environment. It is simply about being present to whatever arises while gently labeling thoughts, emotions, sounds, and sensations. Throughout this meditation, there may be many times where the mind will wander away from the present moment. This is normal. It is then, when we notice this, that we bring attention back to the breath without judgment and open to the moment as a whole when they're ready. Settle in and allow yourself to make any necessary adjustments to the body. Finding yourself a posture, either on a chair or a cushion, that allow for wakefulness, stability, and relaxation. When you're ready, softening the eyes. As you settle a little deeper into stillness, begin to notice the experience you're having. Feeling into what it's like to be alive as you in this moment, with this mind and this body. Noticing if there are any thoughts or emotions present. Meeting whatever arises in the mind with acceptance and curiosity. Witnessing thoughts and emotions without engaging them or trying to get rid of them. Simply seeing a thought as a thought and an emotion as an emotion. Keep watching as they naturally come and go. This present moment can be directly experienced through the lens of our senses. So now turning attention toward the senses, beginning with the sense of hearing. Noticing sounds around you. Some close and some far in the distance. Keep listening as sounds come and go. Hearing the layers of sounds like a symphony. Just listening to the soundtrack of the moment. Now turning attention toward the body. Sensing the way it feels in the body to be sitting. Noticing the pressure between the hips and your seat. Noticing the feet and the hands. The contact between skin and clothing. Maybe even feeling the heart beating. Feeling into any other areas of obvious sensation, pain or tension, relaxation or ease. Opening to the body as a whole, as a fluid of sensations. Meeting each sensation with curiosity. Continue watching as sensations come and go. Beyond physical sensations, you may be able to tap to experience a subtle energy in the body. Tingling, pulsing, buzzing. Now placing your attention on the sensations of the breath in the body. Feeling each breath fully as it comes in and goes out. Noticing where in the body you feel the breath the most easily, most vividly. Maybe at the tip of the nostrils, at the chest, or belly. Resting your attention wherever you have easiest access and then staying there for a while. Now begin to experiment with mentally noting the breath by simply saying to yourself, in on the in-breath, out on the out-breath. The noting is just a faint whisper in the mind, in, out. Continuing to stay connected with sensations of the breath and the body as you note. Just a continued, gentle attention on the breath, anchoring to the present moment. Once stabilized in the breath, we can continue opening to the whole of this moment and anything that arises, sounds, sensations, thoughts or emotions, without looking for anything in particular. When attention moves away from the breath towards thoughts, simply note thinking. No need for analysis, just label thinking. And when you're ready, moving back to the breath, in and out. Practicing the same way with sounds, noting hearing, or with sensations, noting sensing, and eventually returning and again resting in the breath until the next sense is engaged. Continuing a gentle attention on the breath, in and out, opening to whatever experience you're having in this moment. Noting thinking, sensing, hearing. There's no need to look for things to note. You don't need to note everything. Just noting anything that feels obvious or anything that grabs your attention away from the breath. There will be times when your attention wanders away from the practice completely, lost in memory, a to-do list, a fantasy, or something more abstract. Perfectly natural. That's what the mind does. The moment you notice this has happened, you're already mindful again. You may note wandering and re-anchor to the present moment by noting in on the in-breath, out on the out-breath. Or observe and note whatever else you're most present to. Noting the content of your experience in this moment with a sense of acceptance towards whatever is arising. Where are you now? Continue tracking your experience coming back to your practice again and again. Keeping the breath in the foreground of your experience and noting everything else that arises around it. Now dropping the breath and noting practice. Opening as an awareness to any and all mind or sense objects as they arise and pass, without getting attached to any of them. Resting as the open, spacious field of awareness. Awareness like the big blue sky and all the thoughts, emotions, sensations, and sounds. Just clouds floating by. Not trying to control or drive your experience. Just experiencing whatever wants to happen. A sound arises, watching it as it changes and fades back into the field of awareness. As a sensation arises, feeling it, watching it as it changes and fades away. As a thought arises, knowing it, watching it as it changes and fades away. Being the witness to whatever arises and knowing it all as it is. As the practice comes to an end, reflecting on your personal intention for practicing, acknowledging yourself for having spent this time cultivating greater presence and focus, for increasing your capacity to live and perform mindfully. Taking one last deeper than normal in-breath and audible exhale. And welcoming yourself back into the room.